Let us continue playing Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. We have basically got control of the Cadia system with one fleet currently preventing us from having all of the Chaos ships out of here. It is something we'll be doing, probably actually right now, in all honesty, if we think about this. So let's bring in the Imperious Aegonus and the Righteous Friend Computer fleets into Vorgatork. So again, we have weapon platforms to worry about, mines, so we can only have 2 fleets here. Both our fleets are stronger, but obviously we've got to negate that with the fact that we're going to lose some of the second fleet, which will be obviously this one. And the fact that we've got weapon platforms that we are going to have to dodge. So, yep, that is the command order, and hopefully we'll have enough points to have the Nova Cannon and a couple of things to help here. So, let's go. Okay, so this is actually an outright destroy everything. So we do have to deal with the cannons, but we don't have to deal with them right now. We could actually almost wait. Oop, that's not what I quite meant to do there. Fine, we'll do this instead. Now, obviously, we don't know where their weapon platforms are based currently, but let's start and find out. So they are based pretty much centrally. Do we have the range on that for Nova Cannon? Not quite. Let's nudge forward then.
Heading acknowledged.
Because we're very much going to let the Chaos troops come to us for this one, I think. And we'll just throw up the Nova Cannon to deal with these as and when. We do not want to be fighting in the middle.
Burn retros.
Alright, let's speed up time, see if we can get a few of these off before stuff happens. Okay.
Machine spirit appeased.
Fine, it just looked like there was some weird stuff going on, that was all.
We are ready to serve. Cruising speed set.
Let's get them a little closer and let's prepare another Nova shot. So we can deal with them piecemeal.
We wait your command.
They are a little tankier than escorts, and obviously they seem to have split the fleet up again here, so we might be able to get some stuff on the third run. Let's see. Now we'll hold off on the reload commands at this stage. Okay, here they come then. They're not quite in range yet, but you can see the shadows of where they are gonna be. And we might be able to actually make a Nova Blast from there based on that. Oh, that might be a great shot.
We serve.
Fortunately, neither of these are cruisers, so we are going to have to... Yeah. Multiple directions, but not quite in radar range either, and they're outranging us, of course.
Setting course.
But some initial damage would help.
Engaging engines.
And I'm not seeing any escorts. Oh, these will be the escorts coming now.
Receiving your order. Enemy sighted.
Alright, let's change tacks and go for these then. In fact, let's go for a turn.
Acquiring new vector. Changing course.
And you get a couple of get a missile runoff. Then go for a plasma bomb on these two since they seem to be stationary at the moment.
Your orders?
Alright, we hit with a couple of missiles. Hurt the shields a bit.
State your order.
And we've got a Nova Cannon we're about to fire at these two.
Ship
Alright,
ready.
we can... I was actually wrong. I should have used the forward shield a little later, but it doesn't matter. Alright, marked. Nova Cannon hit.
Targeting enemy vessel.
Nova Cannon darn near destroyed that escort, actually, the way that worked.
Your orders?
Alright, 5 seconds for another torpedo run, and they are not moving, so I think we're going to try
Execute high energy turn.
something like that.
We serve.
Deal with those,
Target
deal with
locked in.
those.
To serve the
30 seconds to another Nova Cannon.
Your orders?
Might as well plasma bomb this, actually. They're not moving.
Ship ready.
It's one of these ships with a stationary gun, and it's why I'm not... Oh dear, I've just realised what I've
We
done.
wait your command.
We do not want to be moving that
serve.
direction. Okay, now we can
Aye,
deal with
Admiral.
you. And in fact, we got enough boarding crews here for this, I think.
Impossible, Admiral.
Receiving your order.
Assault crews report.
Right, so that should be a very much destroyed ship in a few
Engaging
seconds.
target.
We also have our own firestorms, which don't have that. And I'm just realising where the Nova Cannon's pointing at this stage, so let's go and blow that up.
Lightning strike successful. Assault crews report success.
Okay, so we have a bit of stealth. We have 2 cruisers left that we know about that we need to deal with.
Ship ready.
And then obviously... Oh, we have dealt with the closest defense platform. That should be useful for us. Another one there. And let's throw up a stasis bomb as well, right behind it.
Your orders?
Light repairs.
Initiate
Got our
emergency
ability to
repairs.
do things back. Do the turn. Melter run. Nope, they're going to dodge that. That was... Oh no, we did hit. We hit with one of the missiles. Perfect.
We wait your command. Aye, Admiral. Acquiring new vector.
See if we can throw a couple of melter torpedoes at it.
Course engaged.
Okay, so we got a couple of fire damage going on. Good.
We serve.
So that will give them... Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, okay, that ship's down.
Ship ready.
Holy Omnisire, heal thy wounded servant.
Alright, we know they got another ship somewhere around here. There we go.
Understood.
How much predictive guessing work am I going to be able to manage this time?
Enemy
That looks
sighted.
alright, actually.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Nova Cannon shields down.
For the Emperor.
Fires the missiles. I don't know where I was firing
Yes,
your
sir.
missiles necessarily, but it looks alright initially.
Impossible, Admiral. Understood. Enemy ship crippled by the lightning strike. Impossible, Admiral. Enemy ship crippled by the lightning strike.
Throw down a stasis bomb.
Aye, Admiral.
Okay, well this wasn't too bad at all, actually.
Engaging
And they have
target.
fire that we're currently trying to deal with, so good. Alright, in the stasis bomb.
We are ready to serve.
Execute high energy turn.
Let's hit them with a couple
Underway.
more melter torpedoes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we found out how to make these
Machine
work. Go
spirit
very close
appeased.
range.
The spirits obey.
Alright, critical fire damage. This should now just be a case of dealing with the weapon platforms now.
We serve. Underway.
Okay, let's get ships in position. Deliberately staying in the stealth cloud, although it appears that they are able to hit us from there. Alright, slightly more annoying.
Understood. Your orders?
Yeah, let's take it out. Between this should be good enough. And in fact, we seem to might have a couple of melter torpedoes sitting, which would be useful. Nova cannon. Yeah, take one of them out. Fire on board.
We wait your
I
command.
don't think they're crewed as such, so... Oh no, they are crewed. So they should be taking fire damage.
Engaging. We serve.
Do whatever light
Damage
repairs
teams,
we can.
begin repairs now.
Brace for impact, because we
Collision
don't need to worry about
protocols
things.
active.
Yeah, let's just go and deal with them.
Enemy defense platform destroyed.
Kill it with overwhelming fire.
Enemy defense platform destroyed.
Alright, done. Alright, we have secured all the systems in Cadia. This will reduce the chaos threat, meaning that they are less able to do things. In fact, I'm not even sure what they can do with one threat and no ships. They might be able to make a new fleet eventually. Okay, no further upgrades. We have gone up a renown level. Command capacity's up 1, so we gained a new... oh, actually, it was an Imperial ship, so we now got a proper Imperial Navy fleet available. And we have a new breakthrough secondary objective missions. We will go over them when they eventually start happening. Also,
Vigilance
one more
must
upgrade
be
point.
maintained. Though enemy systems present the most immediate danger, incursion should be expected from beyond our immediate campaign sphere.
You've done well, Admiral. I see your reputation is not without justification.
I live only to serve.
And your service does you credit. Faith and fervor are returning to decimated worlds. The might of the Imperium is marshalling for vengeance.
That's good. Our security battalions are at a low ebb. I'll oversee the press gangs.
Okay, so what we should have really done
We are not
is
without
waited,
eyes
because
in
we've
the
now
darkness
actually
of
finished
space.
that.
Should an enemy approach, there will be a warning.
Okay. Because I thought there was a central mission in Cadia we had to do first, so that might have actually backfired a little bit on us there. Because I was assuming we'd have the time to build this up, get a few more resources upgraded, get a few more resources in place. But, yeah, we shall see. In turn. I know we had an upgrade, but I'm just going to give it a turn and see what happens. Turn 12.
Admiral, we're receiving reports of a large Chaos fleet moving on the Cadian system.
Get me the Lord High Admiral.
Admiral Spire, a timely communique. Our Auspex arrays have detected a Chaos Armada on the edge of the Cadian system.
We are aware. With your permission, Admiral, we'll move to engage.
Good. You give an old man hope, Admiral Spire. Proceed. Wipe those heretics from the stars. The Emperor protects.
Okay, so the Rise of Cadia campaign now. So we have to finish the special operation in Cadia. This is what I thought we had anyway. I just thought it was attached to the previous one. So we actually have all of this time now to try and build up our resources again. This is an agri world. We'll take the agri world, reduce the cost of everything else. And let's have a look at what else we got. Listening posts would be useful. Actually, let's do the upgrade first. All commander stance cooldowns are reduced by 10%. Seems useful. Arm penetration ammunition. Armor of a target is reduced by 15. Damage to enemy shields is raised by 10%. Applies to line ships only. Okay, we're going to go with this and have our additional commands. Stance can be applied even if that's done. That's fine. 1 renown, 100 renown. This is the last turn we get that 100 bonus, and that's going to be a bit critical once we lose that. So let's have a quick look then. Bravery, renown earnings. Adamantium vein. Another aggro world. We're going to take that. It seems like slightly suboptimal to do this, but overall, that's given us a reduction of 1 for everything else we buy for the rest of the game. We're going to move in our fleets into the Cadian system here because I feel that is the most central location and they can get to everywhere from there. If I could actually see the sector map, I'd be able to confirm that. But 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the most furthest point away. 1, 2, 3. So we will need something at Helitos. So I guess that's where you're going. So between those two, they can now actually get to every sector in there, and obviously we'll want to eventually deploy a secondary fleet there. Alright, end of turn. Okay, so we are repaired. Hive World produces 40, and yep, we'll take that. So our now income is only 71, so now we've lost that bonus. You can now see how awkward it's going to be to get upgrades. This, though, is 2 turns away from getting an upgrade here. If we wait 2 turns, we can get that, give us a further 80 points, and we have the time to make sure this happens. The one thing we do not want to do is do these missions straight away. As far as I can see, there's really no downside, and if the Chaos do send an invasion fleet in, we get warnings about it and can maneuver around that anyway. So, we'll wait 1 more turn, get the final upgrade to our Hive World up here. Forge World, rather. So this also gives us a major shipyard upgrade, additional boarding actions, and repair rate of enemy allied ships is up further. So, huzzah! And also now we have 116 resource points generated a turn, which means we can probably upgrade a system a turn from now on. We're going to end the turn. Okay, so the Hive World still generates resources. That's probably our next one. Vorgatorg is a penal world that doesn't. Let's check what all of these definitely are here because we obviously don't want to waste time on things. Listening posts are useful. We will need battle plans for later in the game, but for the moment they're not essential, and we'll have other ways to do that. So we are going to go for the Xerxia upgrade here. End the turn. Turn 17. We're now into low urgency. So, they have 3 for Chaos Threat, which is an amount. Troop Generation, Penal World, Fremus is another aggro world, but you can upgrade to maximum. So again, a reduction of 3% from there, reduction of 3%, reduction of 3%. Cardinal Asteroids. See, raiding the shipyard would be quite good as well. Launch bays. I'm just making sure we got everything that gives us resources right now. Cadia itself is a symbol. That's just renown. It increases. Okay, this does produce resources per turn, so we are going to take this for the time being. Puts us up to 132 a turn. End the turn. We'll probably start this off when we get to level 2 of urgency, unless we get an indicator that something is going to be wrong if we don't do that. So now we will upgrade an aggro world up to level 3. Turn 19. Actually, there must be a way to see the system map. Pending missions. Because normally it would be back mouse wheel to rotate and just see the wider view, but apparently we can't do that, so... Alright, further reductions then. Okay, here we go. So there's going to be an invasion into the Baressa system. This is what we were waiting on for terms of how this applies.
An enemy fleet is approaching.
So we have 3 turns. It has a fleet strength of about 500. We can increase the delay or use our battle plans to cancel the invasions. But we can definitely maneuver and get things done there. Oh, we have another thing from this, actually. This is quite a quick ship, so let's just give it a plasma bomb. I think plasma bombs are generally the most useful thing we could have. And now I think we might even put in a new fleet here. So, we have a Dominator and we have a thing there. So we can either go for Space Marines or we can go for Imperial Navy. What do you have? You have a Disruption Bomb. Nullifies all ships' shields, and we have the general plasma bombs. Lightning strikes inflicts a 500 morale loss, and no damage from that. Question is, though, do I want a Tyrant or a Dominator? And I can't remember offhand which one these are. I think we're going to take... Oh, we need 205 resources for that second fleet. So I'm thinking we actually let that happen. We obviously want to deal with that before things happen anyway, so we can take the aggro world here, further reduce everything by 1, next turn by a fleet, turn after that, question mark. So we're going to go with this. Ember turn, build a small fleet there, which should hopefully be able to deal with that. 194. Oh, darn it, I need one more turn. Alright, let's find something. This isn't cheap enough. Do I think this can handle it by itself is a good question. 89 plus that. Okay, that's fine. So we'll take this. This gives us additional points to deal with these going forward. Wait one more turn. Hope there isn't a second invasion. That would be kind of terrible. Alright. Oh, darn it. You've changed. Alright. Supercharged Void Shield and can use maneuvers without detection. Or we can go for the Astartes. And we're not having vanilla Marines, not in our army. Short burn torpedoes. Speed of torpedoes increased by 50%. Presumably Endeavour's a torpedo ship then. I'm going to take this though, because it's the better ship. So that invasion is going to happen. In turn, Chaos have arrived. And we do battle. Okay, secondary objective, assassination. So we have one important person to try and defeat at this stage. So we will do this for the main Cadia mission, now that we've done a reasonable amount of upgrades. We got things in place. This feels bad. 3 ships. Alright. We're going to go straight for this cloud, I think.
Detecting unique energy signature in the enemy fleet. Configuration matches a vessel designated for immediate destruction. Strategium tracking. Now.
Well, we'll keep an eye on this because we can always fire off a Nova Cannon shot to them, but... So optional additional objective if we can kill one specific ship. Obviously we do want to kill all the ships, but that one's going to make an effort to try and escape at various points.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
Send out the Thunderhawks, see if they can do some disruption for us. Should have gone with interceptors, apparently. No, fine. Meanwhile, here comes the Nova Cannon attack. So it appears as if we're up against 2 cruisers. And they're going to desperately intercept our 2 torpedo ships. Perfect. Well, let's see if they're going to walk into this. They in fact are.
Aye, Admiral.
Alright, send out some interceptor waves. All our ships are stealthed.
We stand ready.
So stealth should be good here because obviously they can't shoot us from long range like they normally do. We know they outrange us. This gives us a chance to see what we've actually done with the damage. And not a terrible amount, actually.
Enemy in sight.
18 turns away from another Nova Cannon blast, but I have a feeling they're going to get into range
Ship
of that.
ready.
Both their escorts are shieldless,
Give us
so
purpose.
let's see what we can do with this.
That is impossible. Where shall we strike? Enemy in sight.
Alright, attack.
Assault crews report success. Lightning strike successful.
I am listening. Enemy in sight.
Alright, destroy it.
Obliterate that target.
They seem to be going for a ramming strike, which is not their typical tactic. Also, you need to repair. And Void Shield.
Show us the enemy.
Enemy in sight.
Okay, so they've lost their weapons.
Where shall we strike?
Let's take this
Enemy
out
in
since
sight.
we're here.
Give us purpose.
Alright, we have another Nova
Enemy
Cannon
in
blast. That's unlikely to work, I think, but...
I am listening.
Oh dear. So we are outnumbered in troop numbers, which is a little annoying.
It will be destroyed.
Let's lower the engagement distance a bit
Initiate
here.
targeting protocol. We stand ready.
Void Shield, please. Nope, wrong one.
We serve.
Give us purpose. Main
Alright, they're
battery
mutinying.
fire.
Get them down there. Get that done. Drop a plasma bomb there since they seem to be maneuvering that way.
Where shall we strike?
And boarding torpedoes.
Enemy in sight. I am listening.
Well, we're getting the hits in.
Feel our might. Boarding caused critical damage.
That might be a Hulk in a moment. Oh, darn it.
Repositioning.
Alright, this is the where scouts are
Close
useful.
the enemy.
Because otherwise our ships tend to not want to do anything.
Where shall we strike? That is impossible.
Alright,
We
Void
wait your
Shield
command.
up. Need that repaired.
Initiate targeting protocol.
Get back into the cloud, I think.
We stand ready. Obliterate that target. Give us purpose.
Another lightning strike, please. Thank you.
I am
We
listening.
can probably Hulk that ship in a moment.
Teleport attack
Okay,
successful.
Drifting Hulk. So we do have a larger ship here to deal with, but we're going to deal with that last because we're going to have to focus fire on it to some extent.
Launch Thunderhawks.
I want to keep our Void Shields ready here.
Enemy in sight. Where
Right.
shall we strike?
Lock on, get some repairs done.
We stand ready.
Execute high energy turn.
Show us the enemy.
Move forward towards the enemy would be helpful.
Enemy in sight.
Lightning strikes off. They have actually resupplied that ship.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
So they did actually use some resources to try and get it back online.
Enemy in sight.
Strike quickly, brothers.
Brace. That's not a good idea. Their ship is tougher than ours. I was thinking ramming, but no. Our shields are still up for all ships, so we're not too bad here. They're drifting Hulk once again. Let's deal with you, and let's... This might not be a good plan, but we'll go for it anyway.
Engaging engines. Acquiring new vector.
Alright, they're on fire. Deal with that.
Initiate Thunderhawk.
There's a battle plan if we can deal with that ship, of course, but I think more importantly, we want to get the assassination done after all this effort. You also need a void shield recharge.
Boarding successful. Where shall we strike?
Wherever we can at this point, I think. Get some repairs done.
Repairs. Ship ready. Changing course.
Alright, go for maneuvering. Ramming speed into the rear. Alright, they're trying to disengage now, so we need to deal with them right this second, or we do lose that part of the mission.
Obliterate that target.
We can't take much more.
Darn it. Alright, so we failed that objective. You need to void shield, but can't. And now we've got to deal with this darn thing.
Show us the enemy.
This is going to be a rough mission. 13 seconds until we can void shield.
We stand ready.
Ship
Engine
ready.
damage, critical hit. I need to get that out of there,
Heading
really.
acknowledged.
You need to be much more engaged right now.
Initiate targeting protocol.
Generator damaged.
We
They
wait your
can't
command.
void shield. They can't repair. I don't know how I can save that one.
I am listening. Underway.
Fire aboard. We're gonna lose that ship.
Show us the enemy. It will be destroyed.
Darn it, new fleet. Save some troops.
Where shall we strike?
Well, that
One of our
was
ships
awkward.
is gone, sir.
So we lost the Dominator. Now just to whether we can actually do anything about this.
Feel our might.
Go for short engagement range and let's see if we can actually hurt this ship at all. We have some boarding actions left, thankfully, but don't know how effective they're going to be.
Give us purpose.
Nope, no void shields
Our
for
work
you.
cannot be denied.
But
Boarding cause
any
critical
kind of
damage.
disruption we can do to them right now would be useful.
Boarding successful.
Our ships are more maneuverable, so that's at least something in our favour. Alright, they go for a rally. Deck has been destroyed, but
Rear. We stand ready.
yeah, we'll keep going. I think eventually we will beat them, but it's just going to take a while. These ships are designed for assault rather than for out-and-out killing of things. But we have got something of theirs on fire, which is always a good start. No plasma bombs left, no torpedoes. We will win, but this was a costly one. We lost the new fleet we've only just literally bought.
Show us the enemy.
Yeah, Space Marine light cruisers better than a cruiser. I think we're discovering. But unfortunately, with a rather annoying lack of firepower. And failing the assassination mission was awkward. Alright, so they've lost their engines, so that's going to prevent them from maneuvering as effectively to get out of our range. Yeah, so staying at short range, hitting their rear. Boom. Well, we won, but that was far tougher than it should have been. And we've lost our first flagship of the mission. Which means we'll have to use some repoints that we were using every... There, dear. Well, Fury of Anion was fine. We did gain a battle plan. But we have lost one of our fleets. Turn to 23, Grave Urgency has now been triggered. So, we have 144 points. I have 2 fleets that should be good enough. We can get ourselves a few more resource points a turn, which seems like a good idea. Also increases troop regeneration, which is somewhat relevant for, as you can see, eventually we start running out of troops. Which leads our ships to become hulks rather too easily for our own good. Shipyard, strategic position, can build a spaceship once, space station once we get that high. So I think we just want to go and upgrade Cadia for the last bit of this, in all honesty. Increase our renown earnings. Get ourselves leveled up a little faster. But I think we're also at the point where we are going to attempt this mission. I might see about leaving it a little longer, but that might be too high for us to warrant pushing this all the way to level 3. We'll see. So next time, we will debate stuff, things, and yeah. Until next time.